Hello everyone. I am very happy you are here. In this video, we will explore my English journey. From learning grammar to speaking naturally. You will learn simple ways to speak English confidently and use everyday expressions. We will go step by step, just like a friendly conversation. By the end of this video, you will be able to practice English in your daily life easily. If you enjoy this lesson, do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. For more simple and fun English learning, let us start our journey in English. Chapter 1. Starting with Basics, Grammar Made Simple. Hello students, today we begin our journey in English. Learning English starts with grammar. Grammar is like the foundation of a building. Without a strong foundation, it is difficult to build anything. At first, I also found grammar difficult. I did not know when to use is, am, or are. I confused I eat and I am eating. Slowly, I learned to use small sentences. I practice them every day. We can start with simple sentences. For example, I go to school. She plays football, or we eat breakfast. These sentences are easy. When we speak them again and again, they become natural. Tenses are very important. I remember I used to mix past, present, and future. I learned by telling small stories about my day. For example, yesterday I watched a movie. Or tomorrow I will meet my friend. When we speak about our life, tenses become easier. Articles are also simple if we use them slowly. A cat means any cat, and the cat means a specific cat. Little by little, I understood their use. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes help us learn. Speak slowly and carefully. If you forget a word, try another one. Practice is more important than perfection. You can make small exercises for yourself. For example, describe your day in English in one sentence. Then make 2 sentences. Soon you will see improvement. Grammar is not boring. When we use it in daily life, it becomes easy. Our journey has just started. The first step is small, but it is very important. Keep practicing, and you will notice the difference. Chapter 2. Listening and Reading, Absorbing English Naturally. Listening is a very important part of learning English. At first, I could not understand much. People spoke too fast. I decided to start with simple things. I listened to short stories, songs, and podcasts. Slowly, I began to understand words and phrases. Reading is also very helpful. I read simple books, news articles, and dialogues. Reading shows how English is used in real life. I noticed patterns, like how people start a conversation or ask questions. I started combining listening and reading. I listened to a story and read it at the same time. It helped me remember words and sentences better. I also repeated sentences aloud. This made my speaking stronger. Daily life English is different from textbook English. Listening and reading help us learn natural English. For example, people say, "What is up?" instead of "How are you?" I learned many small phrases this way. You can also practice by watching videos with subtitles. Listen carefully, then pause and repeat. Try to copy the tone and rhythm of native speakers. It helps your speaking sound natural. Even small habits help. I listened to one English sentence every day and repeated it 5 times. Later, I could say it without thinking. Reading one paragraph a day improved my vocabulary. Listening and reading are like filling a cup. At first, the cup is empty. Slowly it fills. Over time, English becomes easier. Your brain starts to understand words, sentences, and expressions automatically. Practice a little every day. Listen, read, and repeat. Soon, you will notice that English starts to feel natural. It becomes a part of your life, not just something you study. Chapter 3. Speaking without fear, building confidence. Speaking English is often the most difficult part. I used to feel shy and nervous. I worried about making mistakes. Sometimes I stayed quiet instead of trying to speak. The first step is to speak slowly. When we speak slowly, it is easier to think about words. People can understand us better, and we feel less pressure. I started speaking to myself at home. I described my actions in English. For example, I am drinking water, or I am reading a book. It felt strange at first, but it helped a lot. Practicing with friends is very useful. I asked my friends to speak simple English with me. We talked about our day, our hobbies, and our plans. Even small conversations made a big difference. Recording your voice is another good method. I recorded myself speaking for 1 minute every day. Then I listened and noticed my mistakes. It was not easy, but slowly my speaking became better. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are normal. Every person who speaks English makes mistakes. The key is to keep speaking. Confidence grows when we try again and again. I also learned to ask questions if I do not know a word. For example, what does this mean? Asking helps us learn new words and keeps the conversation going. Speaking becomes natural when we practice a little every day. Start with short sentences, then make longer sentences. Soon you will speak with confidence without thinking too much. Remember, courage is more important than perfection. Speak, try, and enjoy English. Every word you say is a step forward. Chapter 4. Thinking in English, from translation to flow. When I started learning English, I always translated from my language. I thought in my language first, then tried to say it in English. It was slow and confusing. Later, I learned to think directly in English. At first, I started with small things. For example, when I drank water, I said to myself, I am drinking water. When I walked outside, I thought, the sun is shining today. Describing daily activities helps a lot. I started to talk to myself silently in English. I described what I saw, what I did, and what I planned. This simple habit made my mind start thinking in English naturally. I also imagined small conversations in my mind. For example, I am meeting my friend. I will say hello. Then I will ask, how are you? This helped me prepare for real conversations. Thinking in English reduces mistakes. When I stopped translating, my sentences became faster and more natural. I could speak without stopping to find words in my language. You can practice too. Try writing your diary in English. Think about your day and write short sentences. Then try to speak them aloud. Slowly, your mind will automatically form sentences in English. It takes patience, but it works. At first, you may feel slow. That is normal. Keep practicing every day. Small steps lead to big improvement. When your mind starts thinking in English, speaking becomes easier. You do not need to worry about grammar or translation too much. English becomes a natural part of your life, not something you memorize. Chapter 5. Speaking naturally, using expressions and confidence. After practicing grammar, listening, reading, speaking, and thinking in English, it is time to speak naturally. Natural English is not perfect grammar. It is about using words, expressions, and tone like native speakers. I learned many small expressions in daily life. For example, people say, "What is up?" instead of "How are you?" or "Hang on" instead of "Wait a moment." These phrases make conversations smooth and natural. Using expressions feels difficult at first. I started by listening to podcasts and movies. I repeated sentences aloud and tried to use them with my friends. Slowly, I could use expressions naturally in my conversations. Confidence is very important. At first, I worried about mistakes. Then I realized mistakes are normal. Every person learning English makes them. Speaking with confidence helps people understand us better than perfect grammar. Practicing mini conversations is helpful. I imagine short dialogues, meeting a friend, asking for directions, or ordering food. I spoke aloud and tried to use expressions. This made me ready for real situations. Speaking naturally also means using your own style. I noticed my friends speak differently. Some are slow, some fast, some with gestures. I learned to speak in a way that is comfortable for me. Now English feels like a part of my life. I can talk about my day, share stories, and express feelings without thinking too much. I still make mistakes, but I enjoy speaking. The final key is to keep practicing every day. Speak with friends, listen to English, read, and think in English. Every small step makes your English stronger and more natural. Your journey does not end here. It continues every day. Speak freely, enjoy English, and gradually, it will feel like your second nature.